It's morning already. Oh, let's have a look and see what's going on. God, yeah. Hello. You've been waiting long? Oh. Yeah, right, well. It doesn't look that inviting. It's not a big warm fire. Excuse me, I've got my trousers on. Far too hot to sleep in clothes. Well, I suppose the first port of call is get the kettle on. Get the kettle on and have a coffee. Oh, get my clothes all nice and warm. It's not very warm out here. No, it's not. Oh, there's a bit of wind. Oh, what have we got here? Think that's all ready. Just wait for that to boil. Oh, quickly! There she blows. Oh, lovely. It looks like a lot of the ingredients in there for a really nice omelette. But in here, oh, got some jolly hog. Jolly hog. You can't beat a bit of jolly hog. Kickstart the morning. This is streaky, so that'll shrink a lot. So I thought I'd better make sure I bought enough. There we are. While they're doing, I've also got wild forest mushrooms just to stick on the top there. When that lot's done, we'll crack on with the omelette. Nothing wrong with a healthy appetite. Oh yes, I know, 3 eggs. Oh, what a greedy bugger. Gotta keep your protein up. Gotta keep up your protein. I might have picked up a few too many tomatoes as well, but never mind. So I have something to cut through the bacon. Might be time to have a clean up and a sharpen up when I get home. Some of this gear. Got to look after your gear. Well, it won't keep, will it? Now that, my friends, is what you call an omelet. Different people will have a different view on it. But there we are. That's what I call an omelet. Remember, food is energy, and I need the energy, and it's fuel for my body to warm me up. Now that marsh harrier's alright. I've made it too fat. Can't roll it over. I'm not a big fan of a runny middle, so just give it another couple of minutes. Oh, right, now it is time. Got to economise on the washing up again. Not really, just it will keep warmer in here, away from that wind, which has died down again. It's obviously waiting for me to get on the water. But I will be fueled and ready to go. Right, I'm just going to finish this and then we'll get this camp broken up. Maybe another coffee. I'm sure you don't want to sit and watch me eat all this, do you? Oh, can't tell you how good that was. Fantastic. Right, that's all that's left of my fire last night. Just a little tiny pile of ash. I'll scoop that up before I leave and chuck that in the back here. Remember those summer days when everything was bone dry? You could just lay stuff on the floor. It kept nice and clean. Yeah. Always a good idea to take your straps off as you go. Saves leaving them hanging on the tree. think that's high time we got the rest of this down now. So, see if we can undo all the bits and pieces I strung up. But it all worked quite well because it was quite windy and nothing's come adrift. So, the power of the half hitch. It will hold most things. The chances are I'm going to use this one on my next trip, so I'm going to leave these main corners attached, and then they'll be there ready for next time. Now this is a challenge here because oh blimey, yeah, that tree is Mr. Bendy, isn't it? I don't think that's going to hold my weight somehow. All things considered, the top is reasonably dry. I have been giving it a good old shake from time to time. Right, there we go. Camp's all squared away. I've taken everything down, ridge lines and everything. It's all gone. I've just got my bag of bits here. I've just been sorting out camera positions on Ruby, ready to go. So yeah, I've left this so far better than I found it. Whoever was here before, clearly bloody amateurs. They'd tried to set fire to that big bit of log, and they were across here where there's, so you can just see where that bit of charred wood is. So clearly they'd broken some wood out of here and had a fire here, which the fact that they had the fire that far back, to me, makes me think they were in a motorboat. But anyway, they've also left that Coke bottle and a can there. So I'm going to try and retrieve those and take those with me, being the decent citizen that I am. But I'm not going to get soaking wet doing it, so if I can't reach it with my paddle, then I might have to leave it for another good citizen. But let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, I think we're getting a bit of luck, because that just looks horrible, doesn't it? Yeah, and a can of Stella, how did I guess? Right, there we are. I'll take those with me. And then it's going to be a lot better than I found it. You know, just how much effort does it take just to take the bloody stuff home? It happens time and time again. And then the first thing that happens, I say, oh, blame it on a wild camper. And it's not at all. So there we are. In my bag, going in the bin. Check I can still kneel down with this seat fitted, and I can just enough room. Right, there we are, goodbye spot. That was, given the conditions, that was a pretty decent stop really. It was a bit grim. A few little tiny patches of blue sky. Not directly overhead, you understand, but they are there. And now the canoe is considerably lighter. It is, yeah, it's going along quite nicely actually. Good old Ruby. She's had her first night out on the riverbank. Right, let's I'll be giving the beaver a bit of a hammering, so let's have a look at the otter and see what that's like. Yes. You see, compared to the beaver, this one's got like a pointy end, so when you place it in the water, that's ultra quiet. It's another cormorant. All over the place. And try and find somewhere to stop. Easier said than done with these boggy banks full of reeds. I won't be trying to get out there. I know what happens when you try and get out on a muddy riverbank. Doesn't always end well. So my tea last night was epic. And that potato and steak and peas. Potato could have been slightly better. On a scale of, it's a 10, I guess that was probably a 7. The steak was definitely a 10 out of 10, and the peas were pretty good, but then they just in a tin. You look at this, warm them up. Doesn't take any culinary expertise to do that. But the pancakes and red cherry in sauce was, yeah, that was bloody nice. That was bloody nice. I shall have to do that again. So that was quite simple to do. And it's nice that whole meal I cooked just over an open fire, you know, in the coals, which was quite nice. This canoe is tracking as straight as a die. I've not even tried heeling it over yet. I'm not going to just yet. I think I'll save that for a special occasion. When it's bloody warm. I've actually got a tailwind. Oh. Yeah, it's yeah, almost tailwind. It's just very slightly off to the side, but it's more or less tailwind. God, that's rather pleasant. Not quite as ferocious as the tailwinds I was having on Rogan, where I was surfing in the canoe. I think that's going to take me a very long while to get used to that feeling, that's for sure. Something you never experience around here, that's for sure. I suppose these guys who go out on the sea in their sea kayaks do, but then that's a different ball game compared to an open canoe. Clamber over here. Steady up, Ruby. Come on, give me a chance. That's it. Right. Let's go down a bit further, see what Ranworth's got to say for itself. There's quite a few boats moored up down here. So I think I'm gonna just cut this short. and turn around here because I can't see any activity at all. Mind you, not that we're going to find anything else too exciting because it's just the river back and nowhere to get out and do anything. Yeah, I can feel the wind blowing down here now. I've got a fairly healthy tailwind at the moment. So we know what's going to happen when I turn around. Yes, I think I'm going to get close to the shore and see if I can't get out of that a little bit. It's just picked up. How are we doing at the back? Oh, there goes a kingfisher again. Kingfishers are about wholesale. Mind you, I am making fairly steady progress, so the trees are moving past at a reasonable pace, so even with this little otter, it's doing a good job. The thing with these is making sure you bury the whole blade into the water, because obviously the widest bit is at the top, whereas with the beaver it doesn't really matter because that's widest at the bottom. But that's why this is significantly quieter. Not me, myself and I saw him go past my camp last night. I get the feeling that might be some old boy who's living on that houseboat by himself, obviously. As opposed to some old boy who's living by himself with a canoe. Not just any canoe, Ruby. Got Ruby, Alley and Cedar Strip. I have to think of another name for that Cedar Strip. I can't keep calling it Cedar Strip. Planky. Yeah, planky. Strippy. Just a bit harder than here. Well, I don't know where our sunny period has gone, but we were supposed to have a few. Just not been lucky enough to have them overhead as yet. There's an otter there, I don't know whether you can see it or not. Probably quite a long way away. You don't often see one out like that. He's having a good old scratch. Hello. Chase the geese. Yeah. Right, here we go. We're on the ant very, very nearly, so it's not far to go to the car now. Well, we'll soon be back to the car, so as always, I hope you have enjoyed this little visit to the Broads. I don't know how much canoeing action there'll be because a lot of it's going to be repetitive, so I should have to thin it out. But we have had a bit of decent cooking. How well that's going to come out on the camera with the, given it was dark, we'll have to see. But I've got a few more things lined up with this canoe, but not ever so many. So the pressure's going to be on now to try. I suspect once we hit the new year, I'm going to have to revert to maybe one every 2 weeks. So just take this as here's a little advance notice. You may not have raid to look forward to every week. You might have to, which will give you a bloody good week to recover, won't it? I do appreciate my subscribers very much. Right guys, this is it. Just got to duck under the bridge. And then we're back. There's a lot of rather sad looking buildings here which are possibly even flooded. Don't look in the best repair. Mind you, you can say that about some of the boats I've passed. Makes you wonder what's happening with some of them. They just look completely abandoned. Oh, it's not so much room here as there was before. I think the barge has moved up a bit. So we better go here. That's it. Be careful because this board on the edge here is really slippery. Park there for a moment. Chuck Ruby's handbrake on, I think. There we are. You stay there for a minute. Right. Another adventure done. Good old Ruby. See you on the next one.